The dark secret behind Amarachi's cheap beef stew. In the heart of Aboji's bustling market, one stall drew more attention than any other, Amarachi's. She was known for her famous beef stew, a dish so delicious and affordable that everyone seemed to crave it. No one understood how she managed to sell her stew at half the price of other vendors, especially when meat prices were steadily rising. Every morning, the market filled with the rich aroma of Amarachi's stew. Its savory scent, warm spices, and tender chunks of beef seemed almost magical. People began to whisper that she had a secret recipe blessed by the ancestors. With each passing day, her line grew longer, as even those struggling financially could afford to eat her stew. But behind the stew's fame, there was a dark mystery waiting to be unraveled. People in Aboji started to notice strange things: headaches, sleepless nights, and even nightmares haunted those who ate her stew regularly. Some brushed it off, blaming the stresses of daily life. But one young boy named Emeka grew suspicious. His family couldn't afford the stew, but he overheard enough rumors to know something wasn't right. Curious and brave, Emeka decided to keep a close eye on Amarachi. Every morning before dawn, he watched her arrive, her cart full of ingredients. But one evening, as the market was closing, he noticed that she did not leave immediately as she usually did. Instead, she loaded her cart and began wheeling it down a narrow path that led into the forest. Emeka quietly followed her. As he hid in the shadows, he saw Amarachi enter a clearing in the dense forest. She was not alone. Several dark-robed figures awaited her, and in silence, they handed her unmarked, strange packages wrapped in heavy cloth. Amarachi opened one, revealing chunks of dark red meat that glistened in the moonlight. She looked around nervously, then carefully packed the meat into her cart, bowing her head toward the robed figures before quickly departing. Emeka felt a shiver run down his spine. He returned to the village, troubled and determined to uncover more. He shared his discovery with the village elders, who warned him to tread carefully. The forest was known to hold ancient curses and spirits who struck deals with those who sought unnatural fortune. That night, the elders performed a ritual to understand the truth of Amarachi's stew. They consulted the spirits, who revealed a chilling secret: Amarachi had made a pact with a powerful, vengeful spirit that roamed the forest. In exchange for wealth and the meat she needed, she had agreed to sell cursed meat that never spoiled and remained tender. But this meat bore a dark price, gradually draining the health of anyone who consumed it. The next day, the elders gathered the villagers to share what they'd learned. People were horrified, and many felt betrayed. Amarachi tried to deny the accusations, but Emeka stepped forward and courageously revealed what he had witnessed in the forest. Cornered, Amarachi broke down and confessed, admitting that the stew's cheap price had not been a blessing, it had been part of a curse. The villagers banished Amarachi from Aboji, forbidding her from ever selling in the market again. But the effects of the curse lingered. The illness it brought had already spread, taking time to fade completely from the villagers who had eaten her stew. From that day on, the market in Aboji was never quite the same. People spoke in hushed tones of Amarachi's store, a chilling reminder that shortcuts to fortune often carry a heavy price. Emeka was praised for his courage, and the story of Amarachi's stew became a lesson for generations. Sometimes, things that seem too good to be true come with a cost that no one should pay.